Good evening and happy Thanksgiving. What better day to talk about the subject of peace? I feel that a peaceful state of existence is how we were created to exist, and it comes naturally to us, despite our efforts every day to resist it. I feel that peace means working together to come to a common understanding, to overcome our problems together, and find a healthy middle ground that meets everyone's needs, simply through understanding each other's needs and communicating those to each other to understand one another better. It's closely related to the idea of teamwork. Now, a peaceful way of living is easier to bring about in your own life through the present moment, which has to do with Zen philosophy and meditation, the concept of present moment awareness, very much elaborated on in A Course in Miracles, as well as The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Now, living through the present just means simply not worrying about something that is in your future which you can do nothing about right now, and not worrying about something which has already happened which you cannot change any longer. It's about focusing on what you can do with the circumstances that you have right now. And it's a very empowering way to live, because it really enables an individual to view the circumstances which they are presented with at any point in their life in the context of what they can do with them, rather than what the implications may be. It gets people away from the victim mentality, and that's why I'm trying to convince you that a peaceful way of living is healthy, because living through the present, the natural way to live, is peaceful, and that involves collaborating and cooperating with the people around you. On the other hand, you can live in the past or the future, as many of us do. Every day we've got a lot of concerns. There are many stressors in our day-to-day life. The things that are going on at work, the demands at school, relationship problems, you name it. Any of the various things that cause us stress in our life. And we spend so much time worrying about all of those. And very many of them we can do nothing about, but we still sit there and agonize over them, essentially wasting our time. Now, the cause of these problems is apparent obstacles that we cannot overcome, seeming needs that we cannot meet. If there's a need you can't meet, it may not actually be a need. And if you cannot meet it and it really is a need, there's probably a way to meet your need. And this can be accomplished, I have found, in my work, in many cases, through collaboration. When individuals come together to understand one another's point of views on something, you can reach a common understanding of the issue, realize what you both need, and more often than not, this results in you both realizing that you need to accomplish the same goal, which lets you just work together in a way that creates a lot less friction. Now, a lot of people have spoken on the subject of peace, and I hate to talk on such a cliche, but I saw that it was an option, and it's something that was listed as a possibility for this, and I feel that it's something that does not have enough emphasis placed on it in our modern society, or at least it is not a predominant feature of our society. There's a lot of people trying to get the message out there to work together, because we're all here, as I've said before in a previous speech about living in the present, which I've also mentioned in this speech. This was the Life is a Journey speech. We're all in it together, and we don't know why we're here. We don't need to blame each other for the problems that rise out of nowhere. if we work together, we can actually create solutions for our problems and have a very much more enjoyable experience while we're doing it. That's why peace is really a good option. It becomes difficult when you don't really know what's going on around you to live peacefully or have the will to work towards a peaceful resolution to things. The key is really in getting the facts for yourself from a reliable source and actually knowing what is going on, deciding for yourself what you believe, because there's always a peaceful resolution to any conflict you may face, and can really work together to make everyone happy. I'm not saying you can always make everyone happy and never fool yourself into believing that you can, but I believe that the least we can do, given the awareness of the importance of a peaceful lifestyle, is do our best to promote that in our day-to-day life and to spread that to the people around us, given the opportunities. Anyways, I hope that you will consider peace as a way of living and integrate that into your way of living as much as possible for the betterment of your own life and a more pleasant way of living. Happy Thanksgiving.